Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Chong Jun Hao, and my metric number is BA2311003 and I am a group leader of my group, which is Group 1. The theory that we pick is uses and gratification theory. And this is my group member, which is me, myself, Chong Jun Hao, Nur Izyati Sara, Umi Suhaida, and Nur Kairina Nabila, and also Muhammad Khairul Izwan.
Introduction. The theory of uses and gratifications is a communication theory that offers an explanation of the reasons and methods by which individuals seek out various forms of media in order to fulfill specific demands within their lives. Psychologists were the ones that came up with this concept. The idea proposes that the media is a product that is readily available, that audiences are the consumers of the product, and that audiences choose media in order to fulfill specific requirements and to enable them to improve their knowledge, relation, social context, or companionship, diversion, or escape. This is because it provides researchers in the field of communication with a perspective through which a number of concepts and theories about media choice, consumption, and even impact can be seen. The theory has a heuristic significance in the modern day. This is because it offers scholars a perspective.
This is the background of the theory. Uses and gratification theory is an approach to understanding why and how people actively seek out certain media to fulfill certain needs. It is a public center approach to understanding mass communication. According to Katz on 1974, in this theory, it is focused on what people do with media and what will they use for it. Referring to the theory of uses and gratification, the audience is also responsible in choosing the media to fulfill their desire and needs in order to achieve self-satisfaction. This theory will also give a hint that the media will compete with another informatics. Recently, the use and gratification theory has been updated to include the gratification sought and the gratification obtained. In the theory, the result of this investigation is that the gratification sought does not always result in the gratification obtained, because gratification obtained to overcome gratifications sought. Researchers on the theory of uses and gratification make a prediction and explanation by linking the needs, goals, and benefit and consequences of the use of media together with individual factors.
Next, we will move on to the literature review. In this review, you find 15 different types of journal based on uses and gratification theory. And for the first journal is going to be the uses and gratification theory and the optimizations of the media in the privatizations of state-owned enterprise in Nigeria. This study delves into the uses and gratification theory within the Nigerian media landscape, concentrating on its applications in optimizing media strategies. During the privatizations and commercializations of state-owned enterprise, the primary objective were to assess the public relations utilizations of principles and practice inherent in the uses and gratification theory, scrutinize how communication messages were framed, explore the decision-making process in selecting communication mediums for audience, and analyze audience active roles and preferences in exposures based on the uses and gratification. The research adapted a survey design involving a sample of 60 media houses. Both primary and secondary data were collected, analyzed, and presented. In this study, based on research, I found that this article can be explained using a type of research based on the relationship between variables. The variables that identify is independent variables. Media refers to independent variables because it has exerted influence on changes the variables in stands alone and is thought to affect the variables happening in other variables which create a gratification toward users. And I'm going to move on to the second journal review, which is Revisiting Uses and Gratification Theory, a study on visitors to Ana Rai's homestay. The review, conducted with a focus on homestay in Anarais, Sarawak, investigates and purposeful interactions of audience with homestay websites. Utilizing a specially designed questionnaire, data was collected from 100 actual visitors to Ana Rais homestays. The study scrutinized perceived and actual user as well as perceived and actual gratification derived from the information obtained from three homestay services providers' websites. In this review, I found that this article uses qualitative research variables based on research. A study on visitor to Anarai's homestay, the medium is the homestay website that the audience surfaces to obtain information relating to a tourism site. In other words, the media service serves a specific function that has always been the underlying premise of uses and gratification theory that audience are active in selection and expose the various media. And the third one is interpersonal communication in social networking sites and investigations in the framework of uses and gratification theory. The impact of information and communication technology on interpersonal contact with a focus on social media functions in the 21st century. It's emphasized the plethora of communication options that have been involved, particularly with the emergence of Web 2.0, which allows for interactive communications. In order to emphasize that people interact with media, especially social media, as a social movement motivated by self wants and self needs. The text makes references to Rangstorff and the media uses as social actions, massa model. In this review, I found that this article uses variables dependence on the research on the article, interpersonal communication in social networking sites, and investigation in the framework of uses and gratification theory. The study aims to uncover the multi-faceted motivation and pattern associated with this form of communication in the digital age. And the fourth journal that we've studied is Uses and gratification motivation for using Facebook and the impact of Facebook usage on social capital and life satisfactions among Filipino users. This study explores the motivations behind Filipino users of Facebook and investigation the impact of their social capital and life satisfactions. It employs the uses and gratification theory to understand an underlying reason for Facebook usage, emphasizing cultural differences. The study is prompted by the increasing trends of Facebook as an alternative communication channel, enabling users to connect conveniently and build relationships. The research aimed to identify individual motivations, assess their impact on social capital, and examine the relationship with life satisfactions. In this research, I discovered the study will almost certainly use a mixed method approaches, combining qualitative data such as interview and open-ended survey questions with quantitative data such as frequency count like and Likert scale to provide a comprehensive understanding of the motivation for Facebook use among Filipino users as well as how it affects their social capital and quality of life. And for the fifth journal that I'm going to present it is the uses and gratifications among the web among students. This study investigates students' perceptions and usage of the WWW, which is the World Wide Web, in 10 public schools, exploring how attitudes and opinion influence its educational use. Principal component analyzed and A computer-administered survey were employed, revealing significant differences in students' descriptions of www based on gender, grade level, and time spent online. The content analysis of sites visited indicated a high proportion of commercial sites, raising concerns about their educational value. Despite students reporting research and learning as their primary purposes, the study suggests a misalignment between intentions and actual usage. In this study, I found that this article using an independent and dependent variable based on this research, while the text contains some quantitative elements like counts, ratios, it predominantly emphasized qualitative insight, exploring the intricacies of students' perceptions and behaviors regarding the WWW in an educational context. The focus on motivation, attitudes, and the content analysis of sites visited leans more toward a qualitative. And I'm going to give the next presentation to the next member. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Umi Suhaida and my metric number BA231100043. Okay, I will present about the next journal. The next journal is the influence of the Veritas Religion Instagram account on the information needs of followers. This study employs the uses and gratification theory as its theoretical foundation. This theory explains how active individuals choose and use their media to meet their own needs in private. In the context of social media use, this theory can help users understand how to use Instagram to meet their information needs. For the variables that I identified in this journal is the quantitative and qualitative aspect like the type of interaction between followers and the Veritas Religion Instagram account, the sentiment or tone of the comment made in response to post content, and followers' subjective assessment of the relevance and usefulness of the information can all be considered qualitative variables. Okay, for the next journal is Social Media Use Phenomena, a Theory of Uses and Gratification. This journal discusses how the use of the theory uses and gratification as a communication theory that discusses the impact of media on the user. In other words, this theory explains how someone uses the media to meet the needs of the user. The variables that I identify a quantitative variable in which the journal is studied for the purpose of trying to figure out how many users are using social media based on the research of another of other researcher journal. For the third journal is a survey of the use of social media among Kota Padang students using the theory of uses and gratification. This journal discussed the behavior of students in using social media in their daily life. In the study of this journal, researchers have obtained respondents from three public universities in Kota Padang. The results of this university revealed that 97% of students claim to be active users of social media. For the variable that identify is a quantitative variable in which the journal is studied for the purpose of wanting to know the number of users or better known as students about the behavior in using social media in their daily life. In conducting this research, researchers have obtained respondents from students from three Public University in Kota Padang to support their study. Okay, for the next journal is impact of the use of the Telegram application on discount phase Telegram users, affecting review of promotion information. This review journal discuss about the increased advance in information technology and the benefits of social media. This aim of this study was to find how much the use of the Telegram application affect the fulfillment of information on the discount phase channel. To the variables that identify in this journal are quantitative variable in which the journal is studied for the purpose of sampling the method with a sample taking technique of 99 respondents from the members of the Disconfess Telegram channel. For the last journal that I have reviewed is contact of using a buy deliver application in the first link of the user. For the last journal that I'm going to review is the contact of using a buy deliver application in the first link of the user. And this study of the journal aims to determine how the attitude of students of the Communication Science Studies program at Karawang University of Singapore is influenced by the strength and content of the use of the Shopee application. These results of this study show that both influence have a positive effect on user behavior. The variables that identified in this journal are quantitative approach with multiple linear regression analysis, which suggests that the study may involve quantitative variables. Additionally, the article mentioned the use of the questionnaire as a data collection technique, which may indicate the presence of both qualitative and quantitative variables. That's all from me. Thank you. I will I will give this presentation to the next member.
Next is a journal of publication trends related to uses and gratification theory on social media. This statistic illustrates the prevailing publication trends regarding UGT, primarily in the context of social media from 2019 to 2021. While Facebook emerged as the most frequently cited social media platform, future research is encouraged to explore younger media such as Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as an alternative research subject. Journalists that also comments investigating themes related to fake news, proliferation, entertainment justification, research on mobile entertainment, and the integration of artificial intelligence in media use. The variables that identified is from the study is I found that this article uses simply variables based on the research. Publication trends related to users and gratification theory on social media. I found that this article uses science the media plays an important role in setting certain issues as worthy of public attention. It is desirable that the information be conveyed in an accurate manner. Next journal is college students' use of social media site preference, uses, and gratification theory revision. From this journal, it have the abstract discuss the challenge in choosing the appropriate medium or content for computer-mediated communication. Considering the diverse uses and needs, people may have Facebook emerge the most preferred assignment site. followed by Twitter, while Lincoln was the least popular among the surveyed college students, despite some participants still maintaining a MySpace account. They describe it as outdated and rarely visited. The study concludes that Facebook is the most preferred statistics attribute to its ease of use and its potential for accommodating diverse tasks in the social networking. The variables that identified from this study is affirm that this article uses independent variables based on research. College student use of social media. In the study, affirmed that the popularity of the chosen networking site among college students and the factors that influence preference of one or more network over others. These variables were used to analyze the college students' use of social media and their preference for specific social networking sites. And the next journal is the Uses and Gratification Theory in the TikTok as Social Media Marketing Platform, seen from market player view. The article emphasized how the Internet has revolutionized human existence, focusing on the history of advertising from the usage of papyrus in ancient Egypt to the use of social media in the present day. The transition of advertising media from print to television is examined, with a focus on the medium acquiring appeal. The introduction of social media alongside television is discussed, with the focus of affordability, ease of use, and worldwide reach. According to the report, Friendster was one of the first social media platforms. Facebook was created and became incredibly popular over time. The variables that identified from the study are found this article using include both qualitative and quantitative variables. The study users had a mixed method approach, combining qualitative and descriptive methods to analyze the role of TikTok as a marketing medium, and quantitative research methods to analyze the impact of social media influence on TikTok marketing. Therefore, the study employs both qualitative and quantitative variables to provide a comprehensive understanding of social media marketing strategies on TikTok. And the next genre is online consumer and the application of uses and gratification theory. From this journal, in the ever-evolving landscape of communication technology, particularly in the realm of new media, the rapid development cannot be ignored. Among the various benefits offered by new media, access to website and interest forum site has become increasingly popular among users in Indonesia. This study delved into the success story of one such internet forum site, Cascas, doing own as the most frequently visited local website with a substantial member base. Security is positioned as the sixth among the top 10 sites in Indonesia. Utilizing the uses and gratification theory, this research aims to analyze the evolution of cascades and its active and dynamic online community. The study adopts a study methodology with a qualitative approach, incorporating in-depth interviews with both the management of Cascades and its user as primary data. The variables that identify is in the study the type of variable identified are primarily related into qualitative and quantitative variables. The study uses a qualitative approach and the values identified are related to the behavior and the characteristic of online consumers, as well as the feature and interactive of the Cascades website. The variables are not explicit categories using the specific term mentioned in your question, but they can be understood as a qualitative variables related to use, behavior, and experience, as well as quantitative variables related to website usage and feature. And the last, the journal, a study of university student communication behavior in social media from a theory of user gratification. The study explored the communication behavior of university students in social media from a theory of uses and gratification. The purpose of the study is to determine the factors influencing the psychological requirement of college students when using social media. The university students have intensively used social media in their life for social education and interaction purposes. The study show that college students are social media for a variety of objectives. It has been discovered that human characteristics, including learning, perception, motivation, personality, and attitude influence an individual information such behavior. According to the survey, a student use social media to learn things that will help them in the academic pursuits, and this and the knowledge they acquire makes studying more comfortable for them. The variables that identified from this study based on the research I found that this article have both quantitative and qualitative. This variable describe how students use social media platforms to look up information by evaluating the frequency and scope of information seeking activities such as looking up news, scholarly materials, or other pertinent information. It can be quantitatively measured. This this variable concerns how students construct their identities and present themselves on social media. Examining the student motivation, self-perceptions, and the narrative they construct about themselves on social media are possibly component of qualitative assessment.
And this is our theoretical framework model. The first is trends, educational, media, social, communication, information, internet, technology development, audience, behavior, life satisfactions, motivations, awareness, gratification, mass media, and public. That is our theoretical framework. And we have 15 theoretical framework that we found during this research. And for the conceptualization, we choose five of them, which is technology development, gratification, media, social, awareness, and communications. For technology development, technology has transformed many areas of life through fast advance in fields like AI, ICT, and biotech. These innovations impact how people work, socialize, and play, changing society forever. The evolution fueled by technology advance is a dynamic process marked by constant innovations and adaptation. These dynamics reflect the ongoing interplays of human ingenuity and technology progress, with each influencing and shaping the other in a mutual beneficial relation. And the second conceptualization, which is gratification, a guiding principle in the intricate dance between human desire and the diverse media that permeates our environment seems to be satisfaction. At its core, gratification is the enjoyment, contentment, and sense of fulfillment people get from using media. The dynamic landscape of media platform and the intricate web of humans' needs and aspirations are closely related to this phenomenon. And for the third conceptualization is media social. Social media has become a transformative force in the digital ages, influencing how people share, communicate, and consume information. In addition to completely changing the communication landscape, social media's pervasiveness in our daily lives has made it easier to study the uses and gratification theory. This introduction explored the complex relationship between social media and the varied ways people use their online interaction to satisfy their needs. And for the fourth conceptualization, which is awareness, the Raised awareness refers to the conditions of being alert or thoughtful, which involve the notice or comprehensions of a certain truth or event. It appears as a self-consciousness, social awareness, and environmental awareness, among other things. Awareness as a fundamental features of human cognitions allow people to grasp and respond to their surroundings. Cultivating areas on personal, social, or environmental level fosters a sense of responsibility, facilitate, facilitating informed decision-making. This dynamic and empowering cognitive aspect also promotes lifelong learning and development. And for the last conceptualization, which is communication, Wilbur Scram came to Iowa City from Honolulu, where he was living in retirement on April 14 and 1981, to deliver the Les Moeller Lecture at University of Iowa School of Journalism and Mass Communication. It was a trip down memory lane. Scram originally arrived in Iowa in 1930 to seek his Ph.D. While directing the Iowa Journalism School in 1943, he established the world's first PhD program in mass communication. Les Muller took up Scram's role at Iowa when he transformed to Illinois in 1947. In this manner, Scram 1981 opened the 1981 Moeller Lecture. And this is all the references that we use while doing this research. And that is all from our group. Thank you very much.